Alright, we need to find our way back to... I should not be running around blindly. I should be looking at the signs. Which I don't see here. Let's go back here. I want to figure out what's going on with the Prometheus thingums. Is that what it's called anymore? I don't remember. So we need to find the star that you get from following the light, but we need to figure out how to get upstairs first. So I need to find the... There we go, there's a sign. And then go find the Tetris bridge and build it and see if that takes us to the top part of the thing. What was that? Oh, someone's scanning. I just saw weird... It looked like silly string, like red silly string. Here it is. Oh, this is sneaky. Except for the giant sign that's flashing and pointing at it. Oh. Wait. Oh, there it is. I was like, wait, no, this is the tram. This is the wrong spot. Right, we did start off right next to it this time, didn't we? Why are almost none of these even placeable? Oh well. No. Okay. Well, that was not helpful. Nope. No, nope, nope, no, nope, 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 super nope. Also nope. They have to, it has to specifically attach. It can't just build a bridge. It can't just build a bridge workshop. Okay. I did it. Okay. That's a whole interesting... I really like that puzzle. The one where you walk on the wall to do a maze and then you can jump out of the maze to break the puzzle to do the parts that you need to do. Okay, well I was hoping coming up here would help me figure stuff out. But I don't know. It was there, wasn't it? Yeah, it's still waiting for me up there. So that's not even close to the Tetris pieces. Okay, so something else is going on over here. I've got to find a gravity gun and point it at that, maybe? Wait, can I just walk up this? Oh no, I could just do it the whole time. Whoops. Well, now I feel silly. Oh, damn it. Ah! I didn't recognize these as being gravity surfaces at first glance. I didn't get what was going on. My bad. Parkour! I'm the king of parkour. I'm parkour king. Just hopping around. Just being a hoppy boy. This is a long one, ain't it? Hi, I didn't see you here.
Come on, out with it. What's the problem?
I know you're very busy, but you need to pay more attention to what's happening. Everything's slowing down. People are losing track of the bigger picture.
They're still traumatized by New Alexandria.
It's more than that. When I organized the last expedition, I had real trouble finding volunteers. There's no enthusiasm for the outside world anymore. They want to look away from history, pretend there's no past and no future. I'm really worried, Athena.
Okay, I promise I'll look into it as soon as I'm done with this.
Fuck, I actually lost it. Where'd it go? I just didn't want to miss the conversation and I wanted to load it, but where'd the ball go? I was following it and I touched that bank. Went from that rock past that bank. Where'd it go from that rock? How did I lose it? It's a glowing ball. Did it make it? That's the destination, right? Maybe it made it. Shit. No. Uh-oh. Okay, does this point at its current location or its starting point? Yeah, maybe it went up to the tram? Man, I just looked away for a moment. There it is. I just wanted to go approach the funny little guy just sitting on the beach. He looks sad and lonely. And it turned out to be our best bud. Guy who's currently missing. And Athena, who's also currently missing. There we go. It is I, the Lord and Savior of video games.
You must yearn for a better world. Yearn for it with such intensity that your heart suffers. Keep your eyes on that distant vision even when you know that you may never reach it.
There we go. Just feels good to finish everything else first before I do this part, so that I like go from the vision to leaving, and it's like your proper victory, like you finished everything. Check out this big old structure. Keep expecting more secrets to be in places like this. For me, it's what's a little rough about that. Like, this game's good, but one of the weird things is that, like, one of my defining memories of the first game is its weird secrets. So the fact that this game is so formulaic in its overall structure, in that it literally sets up a formula and that's how the whole game plays out, feels weird.
The philosopher Straton of Stagira had little respect for the gods, and instead placed his faith in Prometheus. Driven by hubris, he asked questions that must not be asked, and revealed secrets that should have remained hidden. It is said that for these offenses, he was put to death by the people of his city. Can you see the folly of his actions?
It is never folly to pursue the truth, even if there is a cost. There is no folly in pursuing the truth, it is only his methods that were mistaken. I can. He should have respected the traditions and beliefs of his people. The folly was not his, it was the people who acted foolishly. I can. It was foolish for him to give his own life in the pursuit of truth. It wasn't necessarily a mistake to give the people flame and so on. There are forms of, generally speaking, the truth and learning and so on are fine. There are forms of technology that are perhaps best left uninvented, like nuclear bombs, perhaps. But generally speaking, it's not the knowledge that's the problem; it's what we do with it. The folly was not his, it was the people who acted foolishly.
Yet he was the one who broke their laws. Why do you judge them and not him?
Because unjust laws should be broken.
And who is to decide which laws are unjust?
Me. Some moral principles are self-evident.
Those who put Straton to death thought likewise. When he was dead, they applauded themselves for their morality. Consider this as you approach the flame.
That was surprisingly calm, given how aggressive Pandora has been elsewhere. I didn't think she'd even want to talk to you.
I've toyed with the idea that the entities might be epiphenomenal in some way. Instead of causing the changes in the system, maybe they just respond to them.
Or maybe that Pandora is not the Pandora. Like there's somebody that responds to our behaviors and calls us out and so on. That is some kind of thinking thing maybe. Or they could be their own automated messages, who knows. It'd be hard for us to tell the difference because we're playing a video game, so they literally are automated messages. But it could still be that the things we're encountering... Selected, okay. Are different from each other while using the same identity.
I was quite young. I was having trouble figuring out what I wanted to do. I wanted to see the outside world, but even back then, that wasn't really encouraged. I ran into Byron on Jameson Avenue, completely by accident, and I was too nervous to talk to him. I mean, he was one of the first companions. But he noticed me, and we started talking, and he was really encouraging. Introduced me to Garrus, and took me along on an expedition to the quarries in the mountains. Whatever flaws he may have, Byron cares about people. He changed my life.
Yep. That's Byron in a nutshell.
The vast orange desert. There's something neat about when the desert
So,
gets
here
more
it looks
warm
like
like
there
this.
should be an anti-gravity elevator, but it's locked down. I'll need you to connect to the data stream again. I'm really sorry, 1K. I know it's a risk, but I think it'll be worth it.
By warm, I mean like when it gets really like orange and like earthy instead of just like the generic tan sand. It's a nice color.
Have you seen Miranda's design for a transport system that would connect all the labs to the machine?
It's amazing, isn't it? I think she's really excited about showing this place to people one day. She also kept asking me about what kind of monuments we could build, you know, to really transform the landscape, show the possibilities.
But her capsules only fit one person.
It's just the first iteration. Give her some time. She'll figure it out. Remember how many mistakes we made in the beginning, even with all the blueprints we had?
But that's not my point. It just worries me that she lacks context. Her imagination is incredible, but it's still limited by what she hasn't experienced.
Would it have been better if she'd been raised in New Jerusalem? If her mind was limited by self-hate and decay? If all she could imagine was sitting around ignoring the universe in favor of self-righteous solipsism?
No, but I don't know.
Sorry. You're not wrong. We can't stay hidden forever.
This is interesting looking. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Let's go this way. I can't go through the bars. We have an inverter. So... the fuck? Okay, we need blue and green. Green is made by red and blue combined, and blue is made by inverting red. Or sending blue over, but there is no normal connector. There's one normal connector. But you can't get there with a normal connector. You need two connectors to reach there. But the obvious concern here is that we can only get there with one color? Okay. Well, if we have an inverter, we probably want to deal with only red. Oopsie. Let's see here. There we go. Paradox solved. Oh, it looks like purple one because of the color mixing from here. It's kind of neat. Yeah, we got there eventually. So is that going to be the core thing this time? Like these rotating rooms? That's interesting. Look at this architecture. Just neat shapes. Don't make a lot of sense, but they're there. The passageway.
It's coarse and rough and
What?
irritating, and it gets in my ball bearings.
Oh my god. Oh my god, the fucking Clone Wars reference. So what are we gonna be doing here? Red, oop, there's the spinny bit. Red light. I see stuff like that and briefly think it's one of the star statues, but this would be a weird place to see it. Eventually we're probably gonna have to use that angle somehow. Or once I get past here, I don't need to go there anymore. Okay, so that's probably the solution over there, because it's the sequence of different colored thingies. I can't see if it's where the exit is. Usually they show it to you. There's a weird statue that looks important though, so maybe that means it's there. Second connector, if I can just get a red light into here. Okay. Easy, because I no longer need to hold that door open if I do this. Going too fast. Going too fast. Blue light. And now we have a third light. We're gonna need the red light, so it means it's gonna have to connect through here, and we're gonna have to keep the door open on that side.
If I do this just right.
Nope. I was hoping I could nab it. I can do it from this side though. Except for that problem. No! Just gotta do it from the inside angle. There we go. Now I can nab you without breaking it. Got it. Video games are easy.
Sending you the coordinates.
Something's out here. You're not getting past me so easily. Or like whatevs. Is it behind the dune? I think it is. Oh, it is way out here. Foop. Foop. That's a whole level. Yep.
Why are you hiding in the sand, little buddy?
Diamond. Triangle. That's the correct shape. Convolution. Sup. Red light. Blue light. More blue light. Let's press every button. Elevator. Okay. An additional connector. So maybe we should see if I can get the blue light in there. But the blue light's over there. It's going to be somewhat a challenge. Yeah, that line of sight doesn't work at all. Okay, well this might be a problem, because how do I do anything? This makes that thing go up. But I can't press this button with that thing, because it has to stay there to keep that open, which holds the door open. There's no back thing to open it with. Okay, so how am I gonna get a blue light? I'm stalling out fast on this one. Blue light needs to go from there to there. This, you can penetrate this, but you can't penetrate that. It's behind a gate. When you're up here, you can't see the one we're trying to reach. Is this the trick? Because now it self-perpetuates. Yep. So we charge that thing with blue, and then when you connect to it a second time, now it's going to try to receive from it instead. So I use this to open the door, but then once it's open, this will now transmit to that, which then bounces back to there. So now I can use you as the red connector. This was a cool puzzle. It had that cycle, it had that loop you want where you're like, this is impossible. Until suddenly it wasn't. Until suddenly it wasn't impossible anymore. And the level's over. Ta-da!
Clever.
I've got the poggers. Let's head on back to town. It's not a town, that's not what it is. That's not where we are. And we're trying to get up in there. What do you see? That's a maze with a little marble in it. A person trapped in a maze, desperate looking for a way to find a way out. Someone greeting their friend, happy to be living in a beautiful place. Ancient human calling someone on a phone. Nothing. It's definitely a maze. It's a frog. It's a Frenchman. It's an eyeball inside a giant root. It's a guy shooting laser beams from his eyes. It's definitely a maze. I agree with Orina. I appreciate your perspectives. Thank you all. I'm not sure I'm going to continue this abstract style, as I've been drawn back to more representational art, which just feels more substantial to me, but there's been interesting diversion. Heading back towards 3. Probably. Oh, hello.
She's remarkable, isn't she? She sees so much beauty in everything.
She is. You're right. but I'm not sure she doesn't see too much beauty.
Is it wrong to be delighted by the perfection of the universe? To look at what surrounds us and experience awe instead of just fear?
No, but to call it perfection implies a kind of moral value that it doesn't have. The universe is cold, Athena. It doesn't care about us or about life or civilization. It fundamentally cannot care. But Miranda seems to think it's almost benevolent, purposeful.
You're right. But have you considered that maybe she sees something we can't see? A step ahead? You know, Cornelius, if we succeed, the next generation will not be like us. They might see the world in ways we never could have imagined. Maybe she's the first sign of that.
I hope so. I really do, Athena. You know that I love her, and I am perpetually amazed that this being we created that came solely from our minds is so profoundly different and unique. That does strike me as a kind of miracle. But it's also a huge responsibility, and I worry about our choices.
What am I looking at here?
To us who have only just begun this journey of philosophy, the world may seem like a mystery that can never be solved. A great deal has been written since the days of the Seven Sages, but how much of it is truth and how much of it is idle speculation? I've offended many by saying that most philosophy will, as the centuries pass, be discarded as foolishness and superstition. But it is a truth only philosophers fail to see. And yet we cannot abandon reason and conclude that we cannot know anything. Rather, we must accept that the journey towards understanding will be long, and our task is to build a foundation for those who will one day arrive at its destination.
Unusual, that's red. I think it's been green every single time till now. So debating whether or not Miranda's right to see an inherent beauty in the universe. As if that is prescribing too much of a correct and right outcome to what is a thing that simply is. Dismantling. Alright, so maybe this is one where something moves around in each level? Oh yeah, this one's an elevator this time. I was wondering if they were all gonna be... If they were all gonna be a turnstile thingy or not. And then the bonus level had an elevator. And now this one does. I don't see anything in this whole chunk of the level. Welcome back, teleporter. Well, yep, it closes the door instantly, and you also can't grab the teleporter to come with you very easily. So what is the trick to this one? It instantly closes the door. I guess if I can put this here, then I may as well grab this, go up to it. There we go. Now we have this box, which will allow me to keep it pressed. I guess use this new box. Do this part. And move you here. There it is.
I'm good at video games.
Okay. 4 down, 6 to go. Or something like that. Did I maths it right? And there's the other statue. This one is... It's outside of a puzzle chamber that looks like that. And there. There's 2 spots. 3 spots. One's in the middle of the big ring. Okay. We'll see about this later. Is this the other secret room or something else? The bunker? It's the other secret level. Okay. Getting these ones out of the way fast. Transfer. Oh. Now we're playing with this mechanic. Got a red light. What can I say? I'm a big fan. Red light, go where? Connector. Red. What's over here? A gravity thingums. But why? Oh god, it hurts my brain a little bit to look around at that angle. So I'm trying to get to that. Okay. There's no buttons to press? Not really. Yep, not even there. There's some reason for me to move that back and forth. I can't get this laser out of this room. Unless I can jump up into this thing? I can. I may have just trapped myself. I'm not so sure. What? This is not the intended solution to this level. I just broke the shit out of this level. There's no way that's the intended solution because I never used that. Like, the gimmick of this world is moving a thing around with a lever, and I never used that part of it. I just flew over here by really thinking I could jump high enough, and then connecting it directly without even using the other piece. Okay, thank God the shields just deactivate when you solve the puzzle, because, damn, I was stuck. I trapped myself by solving puzzles too well. Arcade cabinet. Super Serious Sam 9. Devices such as this were commonly used to play games in public fora. This particular unit allowed users to play Serious Sam, a well-regarded but lesser-known follow-up to Crow Team's hugely popular Football Glory series. Did they make a game called Football Glory? Is that real? It is funny that they just outright just mention Serious Sam here. Although their first game was also full of Easter eggs. Some of the more extreme secrets were just like spots where you could just no-clip through a wall and find weird surprises. And then you just acknowledge that you found that thing, like, cool, anyway. And they weren't like the actual, like, structural secrets that affected the game. But just like a whoa. Whoa! Light up. Oh, it's spin. Oh, it's spin. What in the fuckadoo occurreth here? Doesn't keep spinning, it just stop. Okay, whatever. I got this now. Ugh. Why did I do that? Blue? Button. Opens that. Blue opens that, and then you leave. And to push the button. Hit the lever. You can't take it through its own hole. That would be too cool. I put you here. Damn it. Good. I can take this off now. There we go. I just need to hold it in its final position. Damn it. That's gonna be a bit of a struggle. Okay, just grab you. There's no actual reason to keep this one as the red one. There we go. Ta-da! We did the thing. Interesting little thing to have it be powered, the spin be powered by a beam, which means it's trying to spin continuously, but then you have to follow the beam, and while it spins, keep the thing always connected so that it reaches its final form, and then make it stay there. Otherwise it'll keep resetting forever. That is a crater. Is the bunker okay?
There are entirely too many strange things going on around here.
I think the bunker exploded in this world. The anti-gravity technology was involved, going by these weird floating objects. I'm in danger. That is a floating stool. Error. And it came to pass in the 11th year, in the first day of the month, that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, because that Tyrus hath said against Jerusalem, Aha, she is broken, that was the gates of the people. She is turned unto me, I shall be replenished. Now she is laid waste. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am against thee, O Tyrus, and will cause my many nations to come up against thee. Nailed it. As the sea causeth his waves to come up. And they shall destroy the walls of Tyrus, and break down her towers. I will also scrape her dust from her, and make her like the top of a rock. What? It shall be a place for the spreading of nets in the midst of the sea, for I have spoken it, saith the Lord God, and it shall become a spoil to the nations. And her daughters which are in the field shall be slain by the sword, and they shall know that I am the Lord. I think that technically made sense, but the word choice was very archaic, so it's very hard to parse at first glance, but I think I got the gist of it. But while I was reading, I was kind of losing my mind a little bit. I'm like, what are these words in this order? Perhaps faith is neither choice nor submission. Perhaps faith is a demand for our pain to have meaning, for the stories of the world to rhyme, for a world designed by a loving hand. Perhaps I will believe with defiance in the forgiveness of all sins, in the kingdom of God on earth, and even the resurrection of the dead. I will believe with clenched fists and gritted teeth and prayers that refuse to be gentle. The fact that they just keep saying error and stuff, it makes me a little worried. I might want to go back to that computer last chapter and click on all the errors, or check my footage to see if I clicked on them before I left for the session, because I saw them all say error when I opened the computer and thought, oh, these are broken. Trial 5358. Unauthorized trial at secondary site. Catastrophic failure. She's gone. Oh. I think she died. I think their daughter's dead, or somehow escaped into some other reality, or was downloaded into the machine or something. I think Athena lost her daughter.
It's over. We failed. Everything we thought we were doing. It's all ashes now.
I don't think you really believe that.
She's gone, Cornelius. She's gone because I failed her. She's gone because the machine that I built killed her. She was perfect. And now, she's nothing.
I know you don't want to hear this. I know you want her to be perfect, to be blameless. But you didn't kill her, Athena. She killed herself. She killed herself because she was reckless, because she was naive, and frankly, because she was a little arrogant too.
She was reckless because I filled her head with dreams. Dreams of the future, of a better world. A world that nobody wants.
No, it's not the dreams that killed her. It's that we brought her here. It's that we tried to build all this outside the city. We raised her without people, without society. The wilderness is for prophets, Athena, not for children. We should have stayed, fought for our ideas.
It's too late now. It's too late.
Well, that's brutal. And was it here? She die here when this place did this? What are these? This entire facility is just gone.
They lost their daughter. Right here in this ruin, Cornelius and Athena lost their daughter. Miranda's dead. So even the founder doesn't have perfect control over this technology. Even the founder makes mistakes. Byron was right in a way. We turned the founder into something she never was. She was never perfect. She was never infallible. No one is. Listen, I understand why you and Byron see so much hope in this technology. You want us to be better, to grow. But what if it all goes wrong? If even the founder couldn't get it right, what hope do we have?
Mistakes will happen, but bad things happen no matter what we do.
But what if one mistake is enough? One mistake was enough to kill Miranda, and the energy readings from inside the megastructure are insane. What if we try to use it and blow a hole in the planet?
That's what precautions are for. We can do things carefully.
Don't you think the founder took precautions? Human history is full of disasters. Do you think they're all down to carelessness? Not arrogance? Not hubris? Just a lack of precautions?
Ideas like hubris just absolve us of responsibility.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it that way. So instead of saying this should have been done better, we say we reached too far and the universe punished us. So we never learn to be responsible, never learn how to do it right. And events like Miranda's death become meaningless. Anyway, thanks for talking to me. The truth is, lately, I sometimes feel kind of lost. The universe is vast and threatening. History is depressing, and I need something to hold on to. Something other than fear. I have to figure out what that is.
You're welcome. Damn, I just deleted the concept of doubt right out of him there. not necessarily, but like, he really took to that line. It's honestly a really interesting thought process.
The elevator should be working now. And Yakut, I'm sorry about Miranda. I know you're looking forward to meeting her.
I was gonna say her talking about the elevator is a little tone deaf given what we just learned. But they're right. It's true. They put the founder on too much of a pedestal, like she's uniquely special, but she's just some person. She's just older than everyone and did stuff that brought them here. And there's a significance to that. But speaking as a person who was put on a weird pedestal, still just a person. What's going on here? Are the second half of the puzzles down here? Oh, that was weird. Yep. Oh, is that the elevator that was activating to go further? That's interesting too. Let's go check out this terminal. But that was actually a really interesting discussion to prompt, as the idea that, like, hubris is a crutch that humanity uses to not deal with responsibility. Like the idea that it's some abstract divine punishment, essentially, as opposed to just your actual mistakes that you should just directly improve upon.
There is a kind of peace here in the desert. A perfect silence. This is a dead place. More dead than almost anywhere else on Earth. If the ground could have a personality, it would be malevolent. But as I said before, all this in some sense does not exist at all. It does not hate us. It is simply the opposite of everything that life requires. When you sit in the dunes and you hear only the wind and nothing else at all, and all the complexities of civilization fade away, you truly understand that spiritual peace is a great evil, a kind of shallow banality that we must always strive against. It is spiritual excitement and enthusiasm which sustain our humanity. Spiritual peace is a vile and cowardly surrender to oblivion.
Spiritual peace is a surrender to oblivion. Oop, I almost knocked over my water. That scared me. How am I gonna get back? I can jump back, but how do I call the elevator back? How does the puzzle reset? How does it deal with me bringing stuff down here? Doth I screwth myself? Yonder bullshit. Did I break the puzzle by bringing it down there? I think I did. X, there it is. One of these here buttons does a reset. Yeah, I'm pretty sure falling down is just bad. Or specifically bringing any of the things down is bad. So let's not do that. In reality, I kind of lost track of what I was doing. And the fact that this is what powers the elevator was behind me. I got it in my head that it was around the corner, so I was like, how am I going to get back there? What's going to happen? Because I am dumb. Okay. We have to be able to reach around the thing. There we go. So there's always a connection. Not too hard. Reasonably straightforward puzzle. Got it. Yeah. And just 3 to go.